I'm Chorpsaway.
I'm the J of Spade.
I'm Future Friend.
I'm Teok.
And welcome to a brand new Let's Play.
Jesus.
Gotta keep you guys on your toes.
Yeah.
I think that might be worse than the old Neversoft logo.
It's not great.
I mean, it's a little bit more... The shock value is a little higher on this one.
Yeah. I mean, this lets you know that the game's gonna be a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, this was back when gaming used to mean something.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be unabashedly aggressive and alienating.
And also you got the pink video logo right up front and center.
That's right, because we're playing Wet.
Wait, is the subtitle "Get Ready for Monkey Business"?
Yes. That's sort of the tagline of the game. That'll be very apparent as we get into the game. But if Stranglehold is sort of the game of this generation inspired by John Woo, Wet is definitely the Quentin Tarantino video game of this generation.
Did you change your Xbox icon to a monkey specifically for this?
No, it's always been that. I live the Wet Light style.
Yeah, Chirps is a man of class, not swag.
That's right.
Let's do this. Don't want to keep the old man waiting.
I was told Mr. Ackers was sending...
Anyways, I really hope you're excited about this film grain filter because it's also over the entire video game.
No, this is just how old games used to look.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
Is there any other situation, any other trade-off my instinct?
And you can tell the audio's a little weird because this was the first talkie video game.
Relax. I'm just here to do business.
They used to just all be Charlie Chaplin adaptations.
At the cash.
Right. Mario does like the triple jump and then subtitles come on that say wahoo.
That long of a shelf life.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Mario is basically slapstick.
Your instincts? You should trust them more often.
That piece of shit has no case. Here we go.
So is that Wet?
Yeah.
Oh, they did the scream!
Nice.
I love the fucking stock screen. And welcome to gameplay, which, for the first bit, is just going to be a bunch of disconnected tutorials. Did you know you can jump and shoot in this video game?
This. Man.
Yeah, that's not it. You can also slide and shoot.
You know, we were talking about Neversoft earlier, but this really feels like a fucking Tony Hawk tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like, oh, here are all of your individual moves. Do them once, and then we'll show you the next one.
This is the most 360 game I have seen in so long. It's kind of like quaint in a weird way. Like, this is just a game that so captures this era. Everything just looked like this in this weird way that these games just look like.
Yeah, and they just want to show off their, like, weird physics and, like, all of the mechanics that they put in. It's like, games just aren't necessarily built like this anymore.
Like, what it specifically reminds me of is 360 games before the PS3 came out. Like, that 1 year period.
Yeah. Also in the way where the character models stand out very much from the environment, in that the environment is... Not that the character models look amazing, but they are very clearly more well-textured and more high polygon than anything else around them.
Right. So the big gimmick of this game is, like, you know, like your Max Payne, like your Stranglehold. It's got a lot of slow-mo when you do cool action moves. And in this game, since you have two guns, you can aim independently with one gun while the other one kind of targets automatically. Anyways, here are the collectibles of this game.
They're monkeys.
This is little...
Oh.
Yeah, it's monkeys. So there are 5 monkeys in every, like, general level that I will be collecting all of. Don't worry, I'll be showing off all the monkeys.
Oh man, that's good. That's almost as good as in
Sake, just open.
what's the Suda 51 game where he has the big boner?
Shadow of the Damned.
Yeah, Shadow of the Dam. I love the drinking animation in that when he just like takes a big old swig and throws it down.
I love the drinking animation in No More Heroes when Travis Touchdown goes to the toilet and drinks from the toilet, and that's how you save.
I would love if like there was a drinking mechanic in No More Heroes because Travis would like take a tiny sip and go, ugh, yucky.
No, he'd be drinking ramen, and then he'd eat the marble at the end. So,
oh my god!
Fucking
Yes.
God.
So because Ruby Malone, our main character, is not cool enough, she also has a katana. Now, the katana is good for close range kills, like if you don't have room to do all of your acrobatic slow-mo, but it does not give you cool points. So you see, like, you have like a multiplier, and you have like a points system in here. You want to avoid the katana if possible because there just aren't cool points attached to the katana, despite being the coolest weapon.
It's sort of reverse Devil May Cry in that area.
Right.
That also seems very weird to me, because to me Grindhouse always seemed like a genre that kind of revels in like over-the-top violence.
Yeah, and it does, but it wants you to be doing like slides and stuff, and right now you don't have the ability to do action moves while you have a katana.
So, where is this game in the timeline with, God, what was the name of it?
Stranglehold?
Why am I blanking on the name? The other game that is exactly like this.
Is it Stranglehold?
Stranglehold, yeah.
This is, I think, a year, maybe 2 years after.
Oh, I thought this was before.
Yeah, I
No.
actually, for some reason, also remember this being before Stranglehold.
I'm pretty sure it's after. I'll double check real quick.
I mean,
but
you're the
yeah.
expert.
Yeah. They call me the wet guy.
That's unfortunate, but hey,
Yeah,
I'm glad you're staying
yeah.
true to yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing some wet works after this?
Yeah. By which I mean I'm going to be going into a pool. So, there's the normal parts of the levels where you're just getting from one destination to another, and now we've entered the rockabilly phase of the game.
Man, hell yeah.
So, whenever you enter one of these locations, it lets you know that you're in for just a killing spree. In the arenas, there are a series of spawn doors, which you can see by the skulls with the katanas, and they create unlimited spawning enemies from an area near them. So you have to destroy the spawn door mechanic and then kill all the guys in the area. And at the time, you are going to be listening to a psychobilly, rockabilly classic. As classic as any of them can be.
It's a shame that this is the closest we have ever gotten to a six-string samurai video game.
Yeah.
Chorps, I think I'm in love.
With the video game?
Yeah?
Yeah, it kind of goes wild. But so, in these sections also, you can see that you have, like, these multiplier points in various portions. So, at the end of this section, it's going to grade you very heavily on your performance, like how long you've kept a multiplier going, how many cool kills you did. So this is another thing where you, like, are decentivized from using your katana. And also how quickly you're able to complete them. And so you're kind of expected to sort of, you know, figure out how to optimize them and get it done on multiple playthroughs.
This really, like, this really does just feel like, okay, what if Tony Hawk was a third-person shooter at this point?
Yeah.
A little bit. It's definitely got the licensed soundtrack to match it, but yeah. So I double-checked, and Stranglehold is 2 years before Wet.
Okay.
Anyways, I get a little stuck here. Ruby Malone has a little bit of issue with running water.
This is not good for your multiplier, Chorps. Come on.
No.
Yeah, you'd think she'd love it, considering how it's wet.
Well, yeah, but she prefers blood, and it's a little, you know, better grip.
Or is she like the opposite of like Anakin, where she's like, I hate the wet. It's so wet.
I love sand, right?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I guess we'll learn more. I am throwing her into the water a lot, so I guess maybe she's learning to appreciate it. Anyways, at this point, I've lost track of where the last enemy is that I haven't killed. I thought I had them all.
So, slow-mo in, like, Stranglehold was a bit more of a resource, like, you had to manage. Like, does slow-mo just happen whenever you do a dive or, like, anything acrobatic here?
As long as you're doing something acrobatic and also shooting a gun, it will start acrobatic slow-mo.
You're using the tactic of stand in the middle so that they can shoot you and you can find out where they are.
Yeah, I mean, it works, right? Now, the context on some of these items, little touchy, I would say.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, I got sick of them.
So, I always heard about how, like, you could aim separately in this game, like, when you jump, and I didn't realize it was, like, an auto-target thing. I thought you could move two cursors around, and I thought that sounded cool and unreasonable to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, just one cursor. The other one automatically points to another character, and always in the chest, so you're not getting as cool kills, but that's sort of the payoff, or the trade-off, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm figuring you only hit a second enemy if you're actually also hitting, like, one with your actual cursor?
Well, no, you can hit the other one all the time.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to the intermission.
In the fiction to the delicious foods you'll find waiting to tempt your appetite at the snack bar.
I do appreciate that the video, like, they made no attempt to actually up-res it in any way. It is still just so low resolution and completely compressed to shit.
Yeah, they just sort of enlarged it so that it fit inside a 16:9 screen.
So, what is, like, in the, like, studio snack bar today, anyway?
Unfortunately, the studio snack bar is down right now. You'll have to come back in a little bit.
Oh.
I know that when we do our LP group, we're in a studio where you can get delicious snacks, but unfortunately, all of our machines are down right now.
Oh, like we ran out of just Doritos Cool American flavor, because that's the only thing we eat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's that and beef jerky.
Once again, Chorps is failing to pay craft services, and I'm getting pretty pissed.
And hungry.
I kill you, sucker!
So one weird thing about this game, too, is a lot of the times it's just silent. They just don't put in background music.
Well, they don't have music in movies, so...
I guess so. And I will say that, like, the aesthetics of this game are definitely, like, a lot harder than, say, Stranglehold. It's definitely, like, presenting itself as a movie, but in, like, the most, like, game-ass video game.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cinematic in that way. It's just, like, has the aesthetic of film.
Like, the combo multiplier icons and such, like, the first thing they make me think of is 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, and that's also just another game of this very specific era.
Like,
Yes.
everything about this game is just reminding me of other LPs we've done, like definitely Stranglehold, 50 Cent, Drake of the 99 Dragons. I've been thinking a lot when I see her doing the jump.
Yeah.
Right. No, definitely, like, there's an era of characters with two guns video games.
Mm-hmm.
And Wet is definitely sort of the, like, I would say logical extreme of that.
Wet herself is the final boss of this genre.
Right. Anyways,
Cool.
anyways, we've also got QuickTime events. They're usually a bit more simple, I'd say, than others, but no less extreme than any of the ones you'd expect. Also, don't get close to fire, it burns you.
Oh, and of course, another game like this, Gungrave.
Yes. Not dissimilar. But yeah, so when you're doing the acrobatics, you can just, like, aim your cursor anywhere. You don't even have to be shooting a guy. As long as you're pressing the shoot button, it will shoot where the little icon is on the guy.
I like that. Like, she's just, like, firing one gun randomly in the air and the other pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah. And she drinks a lot. Every time you drink, you're regaining all of your health.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's nothing but, like, a stylistic reason for the health bar being segmented?
Yeah, it's just stylistic to look like film.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of things in this game.
It said that on like it regenerates based on how high your combo multiplier is. So
Yeah.
The
So
hell-
you can also heal that way.
You know, Chirps, you're talking about it, and I gotta say, like, out of all the things Citizen Kane did, like, the protagonist having a health bar in cinema really was one of the most innovative.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like, it gives you an idea of like how long you expect a character to be around and how much you need to care about them.
right, and also it just tells you who the main character is, and oh, okay, this character is doing something. That means that is good, and the director likes it.
Yeah, and you know, it was like so like unique too how Citizen Kane, it starts out with Mr. Kane like dying on his bed, and then the health bar goes down, and you're like, whoa, is the movie over already? But no, then it goes back up.
It's one of those classic like boss fights you can't win at the beginning of the game.
Right?
Is his battle with old age cancer?
Yeah, I think that's what he has.
Next time,
I think he's got a case of the maladies.
should have caused him sick.
He's got something. He's got the vapors.
Yeah. I had that a lot back in the day. Not now, though.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now we have frickin' jewels instead.
That's right. I mean, the thing with the vapors is now vapors have become a part of us with all of the, humidifiers we use. Anyways, you can miss with the the platforming and acrobatic slow-mo. So let's just give that another shot.
Also, yeah, at this point, like you mentioned, it is really starting to become striking just how little music there is in this game, just in general.
Yeah, it's weird.
Actually, Chirps just turned it off so he wouldn't get DMCA'd.
That's right.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it makes it easier to hear where the monkeys are, so I get it.
Yeah. Because I like all of the guys in this hotel that just like run out like they like they barely got their pants on before they have to shoot you.
They're just looking for the ice machine, man. But this is reminding me of whenever I was, I got the Sega Satiator, and I was trying a bunch of ROMs of my Saturns. Like, sometimes, like, a game just doesn't have music, and sometimes it's like, I fucked up the ROM.
Right? It's impossible to tell sometimes.
Bingo. Want some candy, little girl?
So, where exactly does this take place, Chirps?
A Chinatown.
I was gonna say Movie Land.
Yeah.
Chinatown, USA.
Damn, I'm
It doesn't really have like locations will come up, but as it stands right now, there's not really a sense of place.
Okay, so it's more like general fucking crime lands.
Yeah. This is Mafia City, USA.
I love in video games when characters have, like, the destruction aura around them, when it's just like, well, I walked at this thing and it exploded, so that's good.
Right, like the monkeys. Mm-hmm. And the people, because I killed them with a katana.
Okay, you
Or a
did. You were
gun.
already at full health. You didn't need that.
Yeah, but what's to say we don't want to have a little fun while we work?
Some animator spent a lot of time on that streaking animation and the shooting animation, so we
Yeah.
gotta keep looking at it.
Exactly. I'm here to respect the staff and all of the work they've done, including making the animation where she drinks. Mm-hmm. Though I do not support her clearly rampant alcoholism. I do support the people who made it a character trait.
I mean, it seems like it does absolutely nothing for her, considering you have poured down like several liters of whiskey at this point.
Right, and nothing's happened.
Well, it's like a cartoon. She's getting shot and the whiskey's, like, leaking out like a barrel.
Actually,
Oh,
she's
sure.
taking like this tiniest sip and then just like throwing it into the air.
Right.
Yeah, like she shoots it so like these guys, they won't be like making fun of her later on.
Uh-huh. Or it's kind of like the politician with the Hershey bottle, where it's just got like water or like Gatorade in it, but like it just looks cooler if you're drinking straight from a whiskey bottle.
She must have, like, rubbed Vaseline on her back and knees the way she slides.
I mean, yeah, that's how you make this work. Otherwise, you're just scraping up everything.
The game's called Wet because
Also, you
like
can see her arms like barely able to control when she's shooting in multiple directions.
The game is called Wet because there's a fine dew on every surface she interacts with.
Right. That's just the nature of the world we live in. I will say, it's not quite as... okay, first of all, this guy's just following along with me. But I do appreciate that, I would say, like other games of the genre, of the age, it does have contextual damage, but just in, like, a funny way. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? If you shoot a guy in the leg, he can still use it, but he, like, wobbles around and kind of ragdolls with it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
God, Ruby's so badass.
So, was that a movie camera, or was that a camera in the movie?
You know? I think that's the beautiful part of it, is you don't know if it's a fourth wall or just the normal wall. Anyways, you like elevators?
They're alright.
So this game has like 8 different ways to try to hide loading screens. As you've been able to tell, it's got the intermission cutscenes, it's got the elevators, it had the part where you have to jam the X button to open a door with your katana.
Right.
I mean, I certainly appreciate it. Like, a lot more over the old walk and talk we have nowadays.
Yeah, it's like breaking stuff up aesthetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it wouldn't make sense if Ruby put her finger up to her ear and started chatting.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, at least you don't have to actively hold the left stick forward all the time while a cutscene is happening to you, so...
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's something, at least.
I will say something else very charming about this game in sort of its, like, grindhouse element is, as soon as you kill someone, they just explode in blood, and they're just, like, their model's completely covered in blood, just despite anything else. There's a very charming sort of edge to all of this.
It doesn't matter if they ate, like, a bad pizza or something and died. They're still just gonna explode.
Right. Like, one of these guys definitely has, like, stomach cramps, and it causes his stomach to explode like that.
The numbers that appear over them when you shoot them aren't actually, like, points. It's the amount of squibs you manage to get to fire off whenever they actually do die.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
I hope they're making that new RoboCop game. I hope they model squibs into it. That would be great.
Yeah.
You can only hope. But yeah, I will say that, like, as many of these types of sections as they are, they do a lot of work because the game is so focused on acrobatics. I think the geometry is sort of one of the biggest positive aspects about these. Like, none of them feel the same as each other when you're going through sort of the, like, combat arenas.
I mean, we'll see. This is a 360 era game, so everything just kind of looks samey.
It's true. That's why they give you these little monkey patterns to let you know where you need to go.
I can't believe he didn't flip us off.
Yeah, he just gave us like a hang 10.
I have to imagine that must have been like an ESRB kind of thing, like some kind of cumulative, like, nah, that along with all these other things, that won't fly. Because who the fuck would think, yeah, I'm gonna give him the fucking devil horns. That's the right thing to do.
I'm sorry, was that an ad for Linux? That looked like the Linux penguin.
Maybe. But anyways, so at the end of stages, you get to go to the upgrades. Predominantly your upgrades are going to be in weapon damage, fire rate, ammo, etc. But you also buy a lot of your moves, which is weird. Like, we just bought the ability to shoot from zip lines. For some reason, we couldn't do that before.
look, it's live and learn, you know?
I guess so. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow, like this truck. So this is what I would describe as a more cinematic level. We aren't really navigating anything. More of what we're doing is just kind of letting the level happen, and at the time we're going to shoot guys who pop up.
Aw man, I was hoping this was gonna go like full Pursuit Force for the PSP.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, okay, is this full FMV? Is this like another fucking Action Max thing?
God, that would be so cool. I mean, it is kind of in sort of the way that the same actions will need to be made as you play through it, right? Like, you always have to jump at the same points. But I do think that they can sort of be, like, accelerated if you're really good at aiming with the zoom in, which I am not.
That man sacrificed his own life for the
Right?
cause!
The man was just absolutely willing to die
Shit.
to get us.
I will say, though, like, a pretty common criticism in a lot of games, and has been for a lot of games for a very long time, is when a lot of cutscenes happen with a lot of cool shit happening, and you just sit there thinking, like, it would have been cool if I could have played this or, like, interacted with this at all. So at least they put in some effort to actually make that, like, happen in this.
Yeah, like, you are effectively playing the level. Like, and I think that, you know, the QuickTime events are all, like, that you're using the buttons you would use to do the actions anyways. Like, when you jump, you're hitting A. You know, it's not like you're just hitting whatever fucking button. Like, it is at least, like, you know, consistent, I guess.
For some reason, I thought that car was gonna clip you and you'd just, like, ragdoll and game over.
You know, if that were a glitch that happened, I'd be excited. And I wish I could have done that, you know, I wish I had that move. Unfortunately, you do not get throw a katana as a move later.
There's a lot of disrespect for the katana in this game, it seems. Like, they very much will not reward you for using it much.
Yeah, you can't get it in this level, I don't think, but you do get the ability to jump and also swing your katana, and also swing your katana while you slide, but you have to buy those things.
I mean, you can't just expect somebody to know how to jump and slash.
I guess so. I mean, I guess it takes a lot of coordination, because, like, you're focused on jumping, but then also you have to swing your big fucking sword.
It's like how in Mega Man 1, how you can't jump and shoot at the same time until you beat Cutman.
Right. That was like a thing that Cutman practiced for years, and you stole it from him. Alright, anyways, gameplay over.
You just fucking slapped him!
Yeah, because Ruby Malone, she's epic. She's badass.
Yeah, she's win.
Yeah. Unlike Simmons, who was fail.
Yeah.
Because he failed his driver's exam.
So I guess, yeah, this is San Francisco. This is the Golden Gate Bridge.
You know those, like, political cartoons that are like, oh, this celebrity is at the pearly gates?
Yeah.
We should start doing that for random criminals.
Yeah, just heard from King Kai. Simmons is there at the Otherworld gate.
You bitch! You fucking bitch! You're gonna leave me? You fucking bitch!
I can't feel my legs.
I will say, sometimes the way the cutscenes show and the way that it's kind of framed, it's got a little bit of that Ride to Hell sheen to it.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
that is honestly the first thing I thought of, like, right at the start. It really looks like Ride to Hell.
I think it's just because some of these like cutscenes, their shots don't really linger. They just kind of like zip around from the next.
Yeah. And we'll be zipping around to figure out what we needed that case for next time